Episode 6, Convicted but Not Broken. The sentencing of Trevor Milton. In Episode 5, we watched Trevor Milton's trial, a courtroom battle that was more about perception than proof. Episode 6 takes us to the aftermath, the sentencing, the moment when the system tried to close the book on a man who refused to be silent. On that day, the air was heavy. Cameras filled the hallway. Reporters lined up like vultures, ready to capture the fall of a billionaire. But inside the courtroom, Trevor wasn't a villain. He was calm, focused, composed, even defiant in his silence. He knew what was coming, but he also knew what it meant. The system wasn't convicting fraud. It was convicting vision. When the judge read the sentence, 4 years in prison, it wasn't a shock. It was theater. The prosecutors called it justice. The media called it closure. But to those who followed the story closely, it felt like punishment for daring to dream outside Wall Street's playbook. Trevor's lawyer spoke about his genuine belief in hydrogen technology. His years of investment, his personal capital poured into the company. Even the employees who testified said he was more than a CEO. He was an engine of belief. But belief doesn't count in a courtroom, not when headlines are worth more than truth. The irony, hydrogen partnerships intact and trucks on highways. The same impossible dream he was mocked for was alive. His vision had outlived the verdict. From a market perspective, NKLA began forming what technical analysts called a base of exhaustion. Price volatility dropped, daily volume shrank, and RSI began climbing from oversold levels, the early signal of a long-term reversal. It wasn't just a chart pattern, it was symbolic. While Trevor sat in confinement, his creation refused to die. Fundamentally, Nikola was still a player in the clean energy sector. With U.S. hydrogen subsidies expanding and infrastructure bills funding zero-emission freight, the company held assets with future potential. Investors who looked beyond the noise saw that, even broken, the foundation was solid. And Trevor, he wasn't broken either. Behind bars, he began writing. Letters, reflections, outlines for a book. Those close to him said he was obsessed with one question. How do you rebuild a reputation in a system that profits from your destruction? He knew he couldn't change the past, but he could control the narrative. From a human perspective, Episode 6 isn't about guilt, and it's about endurance. It's about what happens when your purpose becomes your punishment. Trevor's story wasn't over. It was transforming. In a way, his sentence became his silence, and that silence became his strength. As he began serving his time, Nikola's stock hovered near $1, delisted from major exchanges, written off by institutions. But traders who believed in redemption, in both the company and the man, started calling it the sleeper stock. Quiet, patient, waiting. In Episode 7, we'll step